Hi everyone, welcome back to another Chart Nerd technical analysis video. This evening we will be covering PEPE against USDT on the weekly time frame. Before I start, this video is not financial advice and is all for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you do like the content, please do give it a thumbs up if I'm lucky. Let's dive into this today. So for PEPE, outshining the past month or so, a lot of coins have been coming in very harsh on corrections, and we do see these coins, some altcoins, outperform the rest of the market, and PEPE has been relatively strong over the last few weeks to month and is holding up very well. So off of this breakout the last few weeks, where you can see we've put in a new all-time high this week for PEPE, and we've currently taken out the previous all-time high, which was back in March, so not too long ago. And what we noticed was from this March high we had some sort of A, B, C correction here for PEPE, and since then it's just been on this impulsive move literally, and it took this wave out. So in my eyes, I think in the near short term we are still looking for continuation here into price discovery, and I wanted to get a technical target on for us. So if we go back towards September of 2023, where again we had another ABC correction here. So we had the previous all-time high in May 2023, we had an A, a B, and a corrective C wave. We built some sort of base foundation here, a double bottom over a period of a few weeks slash a month, where we had this small accumulation range, and since then again we've just sort of been breaking out and moving on impulsively. Now I think we are in a 5 wave of Elliot wave theory, and this, off of this ABC correction we had back in September, is a 1, a 2, this is the wave 3, we've just had a shallow wave 4, and right now we're looking for a wave 5. And I think this fifth wave, I'm going to get a potential target in a sec, is where potentially PEPE is looking to get to before we enter some sort of next corrective phase. Now, why I think we are in this impulsive Elliott wave 5 again is because of this Elliott wave 3. From a 3-wave correction, it's not unfamiliar to see 5 impulsive waves up, a motive wave. And if we get a Fibonacci on back from this ABC low here, where we accumulated in September, October of 2023, and we get a fib on from this low retracing to the prior all-time high, which is what we needed to break, you can see that when we did have this candle here in February of 2024, we melted through this all-time high, and in fact we kind of ran up to the 1272 for a couple of weeks, and we did sort of shoot out above it, but initially we got rejected, pulled back, and look where we found support, back on the 1 fib, right back on this previous all-time high. So it's quite safe to assume that we've had this correction, we've sort of broke out, back tested the previous all-time high, and we're looking for this continuation. So going back to the Elliott wave 5 waves now that I was talking about, and we had this corrective A, B, C, and right now I think we're in this impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the 1618. Now, something that's given some confluence to this is from this 0 fib back up to this 1 fib previous all-time high. Our key area to break out of resistance back then was the 050, which you could see we met multiple times, or a couple of times, sorry, before actually breaking out. So this was a very key area of resistance. Now, wave 1 ran into that resistance, we pulled back for our higher low, and ironically, that higher low was near enough the same as this pullback of the A wave in the ABC. And the wave 2 in this impulsive motive wave was the support equally. And right now we've just broken out, pulled back to the previous all-time high, and I think in this fib, it's indicating that we're looking for a move up to 0.40156, which from current price would still give us some price appreciation of around 50%. Not too much, but again, I could be wrong, and right now we're still in some other impulsive wave, and this is just a really large, oh god, what am I doing? This is just a really large wave 3, and we could be in some sort of A, B, C up to even to the 2 fib before we correct out here. But I do think from this sort of correction where we lowballed out and we hovered around for a couple of weeks in September, we've had this impulsive wave into the 050, a pullback for the wave 2 to a higher low than this low impulsive wave 3 breakout, taking out previous all-time high, running into the 1272 for a few weeks, then pulling back to the previous all-time high for support, and currently breaking out of the 1272. So it wouldn't surprise me in the near short term to come up to these targets. It really wouldn't. And it's also no surprise to see that we met resistance not too long ago for a few weeks, because if we look at this key level of resistance, we also had some sort of inverse head and shoulders here, which gave us the breakout target. I'm sure it got met further than this, to be fair. But yeah, you can see the breakout target. It did meet that target actually, and then it pulled back slightly before overextending to the 1272. But we did recently have this ABC correction, which I showed you at the start of the video, and I do think we're looking now for this impulsive move up to that 1618 target. So just to get that back on again, it was that 15 mark, wasn't it? Yeah, 15.3. So we could, over the next couple of weeks, potentially see some sort of rejection here, maybe come back down to the 1272 again, I don't know, before the continuation up here, and have some sort of A, B, C wave up into this 1618. And at this point, I do think we potentially come back for a deeper retracement, potentially back down to the all-time high again, before continuation of the trend. So that's my quick update for you. Sorry for the noisiness in the background. I do live behind, or above a high street, I should say. But our initial targets right now are at the 0.40153 to 156. And if we do start to pull back any further from now, we kind of need to see this 1272 hold as support to continue that. We haven't topped out here somewhere, looking for a larger pullback, and we are looking for the confirmation. So holding the 1272, and I think we look for the 1618 as our next potential target for PEPE. I hope you enjoyed the content, guys. Actually, before I go, if we meet this 156 target, if we do, for example, I'm going to get a potential retracement point where we could find it. Right, so this is the last sort of big dip before we had the impulsive move in this ABC. So if we do sort of top out of 15 and then as I said, have this wave 1, this wave 2, this wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. At this point, it wouldn't surprise me to come back for some sort of A, B, C wave, looking for a higher level of support. But we will examine that at a closer period of time and see how it goes. And if this move that we're looking for here for this last impulsive, sort of 50% up to the 15 range, we'll see what goes on there. But I do genuinely think after breaking out of this key resistance, melting it, taking out the previous high, back testing that in an ABC for support, it does look like we're looking for continuation up to a minimal of that 1618 in this move. I hope you enjoyed the content, guys. From Chart Nerd TA, take care, peace out.